theme for this year's GITEX is Enable Now. When the pandemic started, the basic fundamentals of how the society, the economy, and the processes functioned, they were pretty clear what the company needed to do. So on one side, it started with protection. More than half a million workers every day protected by Honeywell. The second thing was actually playing right into our core knowledge of automation and ensuring that we can have contactless transactions. So what we did is we worked with almost all of the regional retailers, and we converted them into e-retailers. They became e-supermarkets. The third part was we understood the impact that the pandemic would have on building management, on plant operations, on airport and aeroplane management. We had before the connected building. It very quickly became the healthy building. It does not require much more for you to deploy and accelerate your technology. For example, the very simple thing of temperature measurement. That's great, but not enough. So one of the technologies that Honeywell deployed is the match between temperature measurement and personal protection equipment compliance. So that when the person comes in, you measure at the same time the temperature, as well as the compliance that the person is really wearing a respirator, a glove, helmet, shoes, etc. We deployed automatic sanitization technologies for airplanes. And probably the last but not least, we got into the full automation and tracing of people, contact tracing, as well as social distance implementation, whether it is for airports, whether it is for airplanes, or for the servicing for them. Honeywell is at the leading edge of technology when it comes to battling coronavirus. Once the pandemic hit, the demand for ventilators went 100 times. And that required a significant and fast ramp up of the production of ventilators around the world. You can do a lot around plastic molds, pipes, etc. But the main components when it comes to the ventilator are sensors. And Honeywell actually got very fast together with the lung ventilator producers around the world in order to get them significantly more quantities of sensors. We actually partnered with companies that had the knowledge of how the hospital actually works, not just the brick and mortar, but also how the actual emergency departments. The theme for this year's GITEX is Enable Now. Enable now the healthcare providers, enable now the distribution center operations, enable now the commerce, e-commerce, and digital companies. What we will showcase at GITEX, the first one is going to be the patient journey. The idea of the solution is for you to understand what is it going to take us and how can it be done in order for you to have a fast, ultra-safe, and trackable and traceable trip to the hospital, that it is no longer an experience of pain, but an experience of relief. The second solution that we are going to show is how can you do more transactions with the same number of people, same size of warehouse distribution centers, same number of retail outlets, with voice-enabled digital technologies from Honeywell. The last piece is around enablement of the delivery companies, or the so-called last mile. GITEX is the right platform at the right time, in the right place, in the center of technology in the Middle East and the wider region of Middle East, Russia, Turkey, and Africa, in this current environment, to demonstrate technologies, especially when it comes to healthcare. The UAE is one of the leading technology and innovation hubs for healthcare, for robotics, for artificial intelligence, even now embarking on space. And GITEX is the platform in order to demonstrate that.